All right, so we're going to talk about the 2018 Ram 1500 that's got 162,000 miles on it. So I watch a lot of these videos of these guys pulling out old cars and they fiddle with them to get them to run and maybe get them to move, stuff like that. And they make all sorts of little like knick-knack repairs on them to get them to go. And I'm telling you, you don't have to do that. You can just keep a vehicle past apparently its life expectancy and then make repairs on it. So I was actually out at the woods here working on stuff, and I noticed there was this like C-shaped piece hanging down underneath the truck, and I'm like, man, that's weird. I know the parking brake cable sometimes kind of hangs a little bit, but that doesn't seem right. So what I found was this, and that is the tank strap for the front of the fuel tank. So the strap itself actually looks really good. Like, I got absolutely zero complaints about the strap. The problem is where this goes into the quote-unquote frame, which I'm thinking there may be an insert. It is the same width as this T, so you put it in and it falls right back out. And I don't think this T rotted enough that it's not wide enough. Maybe it did, but it looks like it's in pretty good shape yet. So, being out at the woods and being more than an hour from home, now we have to figure out how to do this, because I couldn't just leave this bolted up, because it actually was like on these plastic, it looked like fuel line, and it could have been a return line. That's just going to wear through, and the bracket's really not supporting the tank. And I was pretty full. I just filled up the other day. I put in 24 gallons. So it went underneath and I kind of pushed on it and I could get the thing to push up. So I'm like, that's good. I do have some tools out here, so that's good as well. And I do have a crappy old floor jack. So I got that out with a 2x4, jacked it up. And then I was like, well, how can I repair this like frame piece to get this T-bracket to work? And I'm like, well, I don't have power out here. I don't have a welder. I don't have anything like that. So now I'm like thinking, well, everybody always tries to fix stuff. You watch these guys with like cable ties or wire. And I'm like, oh, I got the universal fuel strap. It's a ratchet strap. And the ratchet strap I picked is like fuel rated, heat rated, and it's orange for safety. So I'm gonna take you underneath the truck and I'll show you what I did with that. All right, so we're under the truck here. That is the rear strap. You can see kind of how that sits in there, and it's just a plastic tank. So what I did was I found a spot here where we could hook in this safety orange strap, and then of course, you would think Mopar would figure out a better hole spot, so when you have to run your ratchet strap to hold up your fuel tank, your like the ratchet portion of it wouldn't be on the plastic tank, because it's going to dig in, vibrate, and then you'll be buying a tank. So luckily, you use a piece of cardboard in there and you crank it down, so that's good. And then what I also did was I ran one of these cheap round bungee straps that are very stretchy, and it is maxed to its limit for stretch. Actually, I shouldn't say it's maxed. It's definitely beyond its max. I think they say you're only supposed to stretch them up to 50%. This thing's 100%. Like, there's no give left at all. And then, because I got kind of sassy with this, I got a black bungee strap. And I'll show you if I can get underneath here. And I used the old fuel mounting point strap, where the strap would go, this stud that sticks out, and I actually crimped down the hook part, put a 90-degree bend on it, and then bolted it back up. So I figure, again, which that one's not at 100%, but it's probably at 75%, I'd say, like that. And then everything else is just running through that giant hole, which I'm hoping holds everything in. Surprisingly enough, for the front strap not holding anything, the tank was actually not too bad. It wasn't down too far. But right now, there's actually zero give in this tank, because this orange ratchet strap is clicked as it's gonna get. I can't get it much tighter. And it says it's good for 500 pounds, so we should be well within the limits. And like I said, it's fuel, heat rated.
orange for high visibility and safety. And of course, you know, you got this rotating mass here of this giant PTO shaft here coming out. That's also another concern that you don't want to have your straps getting too close to, because that could turn into quite a process if you end up with straps wrapped around your drive shaft there. That would be interesting. So all right, let's give me a second here to crawl back out. All right, and then to finish it up, I was just going to cut this strap off. I was going to sacrifice the length of this strap and just make it the fuel strap length. But then I thought, well, I do have some cable zip ties here. And you'll just wind it up and click it to the e-brake cable there and leave it there. So that way it'll live another day, I guess. So, and I want to say a lot of this thought process came from the guy I worked with in the mechanic garage. Like, that guy could rig anything up. Like, it didn't matter what it was. Like, he could always get it back going. It may not be like pretty legal or anything like that, but he'll get it working again. And that's sometimes what you got to do. And in this situation, we really didn't have a choice. It's either that or we park the truck. So, or have it towed, I guess. that would be quite pricey. So other than that, just a real quick video there about working on your own stuff and not having to look for old vehicles to work on. Just keep your stuff long enough and you'll be working on it soon enough. All right, that'll be it for now.